we're going to wrap this up here. Are y'all getting anything out of this? I know y'all are getting, because this is some real stuff here. But mothers, and mothers get to work the benefits from both ends. But she'll tell the kids, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to get your father to do this. And you're going to need to do this for me. They like work together in conjunction. There's like a synergy there. But the kids never go to the father and say, can you get mama to do this? A matter of fact, they really like to go straight to the father. And this is why when a child, a mother can see her child robbing the store, she will swear, that is not my son. Go down to the prison. That boy gets in trouble. That mother is there. The father could say, you can never come back to this house ever again. Mother pretty much looks at him and wink and say, he goes to work at 10. Just be here at 10. I'll feed you and you can take a bath. Just be out of here by 12. A mother is something else. A mother's love. And I don't care how old the young man is, never talk about that. Listen, let me tell you wives something. You might be good friends with your mother-in-law, but don't talk about her son. Don't you dare sit there and say, you know, your son's just downright no good. Now, she can say that, but you cannot go back and tell the mother, you know, your son is really no good or lazy. If you say that one time to me, she'll say, wait a minute, baby, dear, listen, that is my son. And she'll let you know, I do not appreciate that. Although, I know one mother, she says, although what you're saying is true, I do not appreciate it coming from you. Never get between a mother and her child. Now, you can get between a mother and her daughter. The mother sometimes will sacrifice the daughter. But she'll die for that son. What you think, Prophetess Deborah?
That's amazing, Master Prophet.
I know, see, y'all won't give us these secrets.
That is amazing.
Prophet Legal, a mother, she'll fight for the life of that son. That daughter, she grows up real quick. And try to encourage her to. And there's a certain camaraderie there, don't get me wrong. But that bond between that mother and her son is sometimes stronger than between that mother and that daughter. What you think? What you think, Pastor?
I kind of differ because I'm looking at myself personally.
I'm not talking about your love. That, for instance, that boy can be 30, 35 years old, and that mother somehow still houses him.
Okay.
That daughter, she makes her responsible early. And when I've been on the phone lines with some of these mothers, they do not, the level of responsibility that they push that son into. And this is why a lot of the young men can't get married.
You know, Master Prophet, you said something that's so powerful because I'm thinking and looking at this. Could it be that the reason for this here with the woman and her daughter, she sees herself in that daughter, so she knows the strength that she has to put in that daughter, so she does that. But with a male child, she can't, because it's saying so a woman cannot raise a man. A woman cannot teach a man to be a man. So she doesn't know how to. So that's why she finds herself on many occasions giving out or being lenient. Say, okay, come on, because she's trying to figure out within her own self, how can I make him a man, not realizing she can't teach him to be a man. It takes a man to teach a man how to be a man. And it takes a woman to teach a woman how to be a woman. And this is why she can be a little more harder on her daughter opposed to her son, because she knows, I created you. I know what's on the inside of you because it's on the inside of me.
Well, Prophetess Tangela Fremlin said, yes, it's true, Mama Bear. Now, Hagar Brown sounds like an expression of a mother with her sons. She says, sons are the most amazing humans from heaven next to angels. What do you think about that, Prophetess Deborah?
That's amazing. I see you, because I am, I think children in general, I don't just try to see a boy or female. I see them both equal.
Where she says this, through them we see the potential perfection of men. See, now that to me is like the Oedipus syndrome. That is something there psychological. I almost want to copy that statement and freeze it. I can use it as part of a text of another sermon psychologically. We got a lot of people here. Yvonne Smith says, when a man loves his mother, he loves his wife. Very good. I like that thought. David Powell says, if Bishop is teaching from the book what every woman should know about a man, this book is excellent. Very good counseling material. Thank you. Olivet says, no, it's quite different. I love all my children, and my daughter is the princess, and deservingly so, and my son's a princess. Since I am divorced and raised my sons mostly as a single mother, I raised my sons and daughters. I raised my sons to be husbands and fathers of grandchildren. I want them to have for life. My father, brothers, and family are integral. Okay, that's great. Read it for me. I can't locate it. Prophet Salasha. Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to read that one out there. Like, oh, Jesus. And that is a problem. That what Prophetess Alice Jackson has just said, that's one of the problems in the church. That's a problem. If y'all not in the chat room, y'all missed that one. And for him to say that, he needs to be on a leather couch. That there needs to be, yeah. I can add so much to that statement.
Brother Collins says sons are precious, but women need to learn to stop breastfeeding them once they hit age 30.
A mother will, I'm telling you, a mother, you can almost never, that mother and that son, that mother and son bond is amazing. Okay, so we have fatherhood, husbandhood, and then fatherhood. Now, let's look here at principle number 2 on page 11, and we'll get ready to close in within 8 minutes. Principle number 2, what does it say?
A boy is a person who has entered the state of self-discovery.
Okay, so a malehood means that he's only good for sightseeing. He doesn't even know who he is. Biological age is up to the age of 2. But you can have a man that's 13 years old, don't know who he is, never came to who he is. After malehood comes boyhood. Boyhood starts from the age of 3 to about 11. He plays with toys. He is irresponsible. And in this, as a boy, he's supposed to go to a rites of passage where he starts hanging out with men. A woman cannot